Angry guy here, and this is what women will do as men leave. But first, let's cue that lit ass intro. This is what women will do as men leave. Like I said, I think I might make this a series of videos discussing what will happen as men leave, as men walk away. But so here's one of the things that we're going to see happening. Women are going to try to follow men. I know you're like, what? This is how it works. Men create spaces and then women invade those spaces. If men leave the West, women will follow them. Okay? Yes, you heard me right. Women will follow men overseas. Women are going to start following men overseas. As men leave the United States, they start going to Asia, start going to these other countries. Women are going to start following them overseas. I've been looking at some of these dating sites like Christian Filipina and and other sites, and one thing I'm noticing is that there are American women on these sites, and it's like shocking because like these are sites that are technically dedicated to men finding a wife, who is supposedly a Filipina, or if they're looking for a wife in Thailand, a woman who, of Taiwanese descent. I don't know, I forget how you describe that ethnicity. But you know what I'm trying to say? A person of Asian descent, and there are women on these. There are Caucasian women on these websites, and I'm like, why are there Caucasian women on these websites? Like, men are clearly on these websites trying to find a wife that is Asian, and doesn't have and has that specific culture. And this is exactly what's going to happen. You guys are going to see this phenomenon happening more and more, where women are going to start rushing. They are going to rush. They're going to put, they're going to put on their running shoes, and they're going to run behind the men, because these guys that they're chasing, the NBA players, the rappers, these guys are only for their 20s and 30s. But then as they're like 40 is kicking in, as the writing is on the wall, and they need a stable man to hold them down. Now they're looking for the sanitation worker. They're looking for the lawyer. They're looking for the they're looking for the phlebotomist. They're looking for the surgical technician. They're looking for the UPS driver. They're looking for the guys who are stable men who make a stable salary and can give them a stable life, because it's not gonna they're not gonna nab that millionaire, or rather, even if they're still hoping on getting that millionaire, they're trying to get a right now guy to hold them down until they can get the guy that they want. These guys are gone. These guys are gone. So they're finding themselves with nothing. No kids, no house, no food. OnlyFans is not working for them the way it used to work for them, because there are too many girls on there now, and guys are deviating towards the younger women. They don't want to spend $9.99 a month for a woman who's in her 40s or going into her already in her late 30s now, and they're not paying for that cellulite. They're just not doing it. These women are talking about it's age discrimination, but they don't. The Sims. This is me. That's how Sims are. Sims going simp. Sims are gonna simp, and they're looking for younger women, and this is all there is to it. So anyway, it was great in the beginning. This is how OnlyFans is. Sell your feet pics. As soon as there are too many people trying to get in on this, all right. There's just so many Sims out there, all right. There's just so many Sims out there, but right now it feels like it's plentiful. But as more and more women go into these spaces and try to live this life, oh, I'm going to be an OnlyFans model, oh, I'm going to sell my feet pic, or I think I'm going to get a guy to, these guys to provide for me, and I'm going to live like this frivolous lifestyle. It's going, the more and more women doing this and try to live off this, the more competition and the fewer resources to go around. Eventually, it's not worth it anymore. They're like, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to get myself a stable guy. Stable guys are gone. What do we do? Well, we have to go overseas and follow them. Because without men create opportunities within society. And without men, there is no society. So as men leave, society will also begin to decline. Okay? And women are going to look around and say, well, if we can't find men here, we're going to go where they are. If they're overseas, we're going to go overseas. And they're going to try to act like, we're going over there for us. He can go and get himself a Filipina, I get myself a Filipino. But they don't want Filipino. They want men. They want their own men. That's the irony, while men are because here's the thing: in these countries, women, you know, American men from the West are quality men, but women look down upon these men because you go to some of these countries, and the men in these countries they don't want to hold jobs. A lot of guys in these countries they don't want to go to college. They don't want to hold a job down like that. They don't want to do these things. Okay, if that wasn't the case, then why do you think these women are looking overseas for men overseas? Because these men can hold a job down. They can raise a family. They have quality traits, and that's hard to find in their own countries. There's a lot of guys in their own countries. You go over to Mexico, a lot of guys in Mexico, they just want to drink. Just want to drink a Corona, eat a taco, and chill. I'm just being so serious. Go to Mexico, a lot of dudes over there, they just want to eat a taco, drink a Corona, and chill. They'll just lay on the street. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. So now some of these guys have women. So finding quality men is hard, especially in other countries. Especially in warmer climates. A lot of guys don't give a damn. They're like, "This is my country. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to do just enough to get by, just enough to get by." And that's how they live. That's how they live. That's how they roll. And there's nothing that women can do about it other than looking for a guy from another country. Looking for a guy in their country that hopefully has some ambition. But those guys are hard to come by because quality. Quality. These guys are the ones who can get themselves like a high quality woman. So why am I going to get some even women who are I mean, these are the guys, they can get models. These are the guys who can go out and get models, because these are guys are so rare. These stable guys are so rare. So you can go and get a model because you're not gonna, this whole nonsense like, oh, I need a man who makes $1 million a year. No, they're looking for a man who can hold down a family, who can, you know, who'll drive them around, who has a car, who can potentially buy them a car, who'll give them a stable life. So a stable life is like a big thing, overseas. Like, women are more realistic. Like, oh my gosh, I can have a house. Oh my gosh, I can have a car. Oh my gosh, I can decorate this house however I want. There's always going to be food in the fridge. This is my place. I can set it up however I want. And this man is going to go and he's going to bring this money home. And all I have to do is take care of the house, do the laundry, which I'm going to do anyway, and he's going to have kids with me. And not only is he going to have kids with me, this is a man who's going to come home and be there for me and my children. He's not going to be out in those streets chasing these hoes. Okay, this is a dream come true. The men that women are throwing away in the West, saying that they don't want, these are the men that women are desperate to get in other countries. And that's why men are going over there. And you have to be careful. Obviously, everywhere you go, you have to be careful because there will always be gold diggers. There will always be people trying to take advantage of others. But in the Philippines, for example, the center of a woman's life is not money. The center of her life is her family. And while there's a joke that, like, a woman a Filipina goes and marries a foreigner so that she can finally get her family out of poverty. That's a joke about it in the Philippines. That's something, and that's why you have to talk with the woman, get to know the woman before you get into a relationship with her, a long-term relationship. But think about this. In America, like, people get older, they throw their families away, they throw their parents away. They put their parents in old folks homes. They don't have anything to do with their parents. So it's amazing to know that even that she still cares about her parents. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to support her parents, I don't support her family. But isn't it better to know that, if she's like funneling money away from you, she's not funneling it to go and buy a Prada purse or buy $1,000 purse, but to get her parents off the street, to make sure that her family, her brothers and sisters have food to eat? That's respectable. And don't get me wrong, it's not my job to take care of her family, but it's respectable that, and understandable and relatable, that she would do this instead of trying to prioritize looking like she's a boss, because girls are players too. Yeah, Q Koi Leray. Anyway, let me know if you guys agree that women are going to follow behind men as men leave. What do you guys think about this? Let's talk more about it in the comments. If you like the video, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.